Okay, we're going through our pre-flight checklist here, making sure audio works. Everything looks good. So let's hop over to in-game. Alright, well, welcome everyone to Friday Night Frontline. Tonight, oh man, we got all sorts of things I want to get covered. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time for all of it. We might go, maybe I'll have like a bonus extended edition today. We have the platoon system, Gunsmoke Frontline I want to go over. We have the thing I can never remember the name of, expansion drills. We got the hard modes for the limited time event here. So we got a lot to cover. I think the first thing we're gonna do, let me think about this. There's no gambling we gotta do today. Yep, sorry. I'm not gonna be grabbing this weapon because unfortunately the weapon is not a huge upgrade over some of the other ones you can get. So, and she's actually been doing work without it, so I don't really need that. But we're going to probably do the platoon system first. So I know a lot of people are about to hit max commander rank 60, so they're going to be unlocking the decisive battles. That's what they're called here. And I'm going to do one of these real quick, and because I have all my gear on my characters set up for this right now. So we're going to do one of these and show you how to do it in case you're curious. Good evening, Jay. Welcome to the Friday Night Frontline stream. We're going to do one of these. I'm not going to do both of them because essentially what you do is you do it once, then those units can't be used, and you pick a new set of 4 units to do it with. So let me double check one thing. Oh, this is something I want to talk about. I left this unclaimed. If you have not been doing this, make sure you go to the boss fight here. Make sure you're doing your boss fights and getting as many points as you can and maxing this out. And grabbing these Sabrina neural fragments. I think you can get 15 a week, or yeah, 5 and 3. Yeah, that's 15 a week. So you get 15 a week. Make sure you're grabbing those, because even if you don't have the character, what the game will let you do is once you accumulate enough for a segment of the character, so 30, it'll let you unlock it. So there we go. I just saved myself a whole bunch of pulls. Okay, so the cookie monster is in the base now, so everyone lock your fridges. So I'll probably level her up later. I think I have enough. Do I have enough combat reports? Probably. Yeah, I've been saving a bunch, so I'll do this later. She's not really needed for tonight. What I wanted to do is check my gear, and that's right, and that's good enough. So one of the things you can do in this Gunsmoke Frontline mode is you can kind of like, quote, share gear between characters. So you pick 4 characters. For the first one I'm going to demo here, I'm going to do like my strongest characters, which would be Macchiato, Diane, Sumi, and I think my 4th is going to be... I think it's Tololo. And the reason for that is because when you use those 4 characters, after you're done with the run, you can then strip all the gear and all the like weapons off of them and give them to a second 4 set of characters. So, but because I'm sharing this submachine gun between Sumi and Babasha, I can't have them in the same team. So let's get into it real quick. Less talking, more doing. That's my new motto. So yeah, this is essentially a no-thinking boss mode where you just kind of just do as much damage as you want. It's just like a target dummy, really. He has some mechanics, but they're really just... They don't hardly do any like threatening damage. Like none of your characters are really going to die. As long as you bring some sort of like restore, either Sumi or Kolfane. And really, it's just about enabling more damage. So every season, I guess they're calling it, which is like once a month that this thing opens up, you get this this top right one effective this season. This one's always active. So for this week, it's always been Hydro and Freeze damage. It's a bunch of extra free crit rate. Oh, and normal damage too. So that's why we're going to do Macchiato. And if I can find her, Tolo. There we go. And then you get to pick one of these 4 buffs. So usually you just kind of tailor it to the team you're doing. What is this? These change every day too, so I have to read them now. So critical damage. So this enemy that we're fighting, because we're going to have Sumi on the team, is always going to have a freeze debuff on them. So this is essentially 25% crit damage for everybody. This one, heavy ammo, which would only be Macchiato in this case, is 50% of the defenses. This is not bad because these bosses, or this boss in particular, can you see it here? You can't see his actual stats, but he has like a lot of defense, like way more than normal. I want to say like 8,000 plus. So ignoring half of his defenses actually really helps. But unfortunately, this is only one character is going to get this, right? Macchiato is the only heavy ammo in this team, so probably not going to use that. This one's kind of a trap, and I'll explain why very briefly. Long story short is you actually need to be within 6 tiles of the enemy to do a lot of the mechanics that it wants you to do to increase your damage. So if you're not within 6 inches, or 6 inches, it's like I'm playing Warhammer. If you're not within 6 tiles of the enemy, you're not going to get the damage buff, but you want to be within 6 tiles to do the mechanics as we're going to go over when we do the fight. So this one's kind of a trap. I tried using it last time. I felt like getting it to be effective was way more trouble than it was worth. And to be honest, I don't even know if it was making that big of a difference, because there's only and the other thing is only certain units can take care of it or take advantage of it, right? Like I think Sumi's skills are all 6 tiles or less. So by selecting this with her, it's like, okay, well, she can't even attack the enemy if she's more than 6 tiles away, so this does nothing for her. This would be great if support skills did a ton of damage. The only unit that does a ton of damage with support skills right now is Chungju. And while this is good, this is the one we're going with, because this is just 25% crit damage, so which is more than 15%. So Diane is the last one, and then we're gonna grab a friend. We're gonna phone a friend here. I know someone. Yeah, this guy's got a really stacked Chungju. So we're gonna hop in, and I'm gonna kind of quickly explain the boss. Like I said, there's not really a ton of mechanics. It's a very empty field, as you can see. And to be honest, you can ignore all this cover. Something I like to do, though, is have everybody on one side of the map. It makes keeping track of people a lot easier. That we want you two to, if I can do this correctly. Because Tolo's gonna take a double turn and end up over here, and Diane just has a bazillion movement, so she's just gonna end up over here. So this looks good to me. De Flamberg, the Dicecraft. So he only has like 4 abilities, right? He's always gonna target the closest person and do 80%. All you really care about is who's the closest, so that they can counterattack if they have a counterattack ability. So Groza, Diane, you know, things like that. The second ability that he's gonna use every now and then, he's gonna give himself a ton of extra defense. Now you can cleanse this off of him, which is something I should have mentioned when I was talking about like what units you take for this. Usually in the team you want somebody who can cleanse stuff. In this case I brought Diane, and I have her fixed key right now. For every 3 stacks you cleanse an additional buff. So she's actually going to run up, use Harmony, and then for almost the entire match she's just going to keep using Absolute Tuning and cleansing this edifice off of him. So it's not the end of the world if you don't cleanse it. It does go away every time you attack him. It's just like, you know, it's going to reduce a lot of damage over the course of the fight, because he spams this pretty often. If you cleanse it, he does a little more damage, but to be honest, he does like so little damage, this doesn't matter. And then finally, his third ability, which he's going to use most of the time, is this Scatter Cross. Now, you're probably familiar with this from the boss fight mode. This is the X pattern, or the cross pattern. So that's why I want everyone on the same team, or on the same side. Normally, you dodge this, right? Like in every other mode of the game, you do not want to get hit with this, because it's just, like, unnecessary damage. But in this mode, every time he hits a target, so one of your units, he's going to take 2 stability damage. And if he hits 6 of your units, which you would be able to do if you had Papa Shah on the team, because she summons a robot, he'll take a huge 50% defense debuff. So if you have Papa Shah and all 6 of your units get hit, he's going to lose 12 stability, and he's going to take a 50% defense reduction for 2 turns, which is huge considering this mode is just all about it's just all about how much damage you can do to the boss. So, but for the beginning here, it's very simple. Closest target, buff himself, and then do the cross attack. One more thing worth mentioning. Does it say here? It's not this one. Oh, no, it is. Okay, yeah. So right there, for every 1 point of stability, he takes 2% less damage. So as this stability gets reduced, he's going to take more and more damage. He doesn't have, like, some of the bosses where as long as they have above 0, they're taking 80% less. This is kind of like, you know, like a scaling damage reduction. So unfortunately, the first couple attacks here are not going to do much. We're going to put Sumi here, throw the shield on, just so she can start building avalanche stacks, and put the freeze debuff up. And then everyone else is just going to kind of get in position and prep. So all I'm doing for this turn is making sure that everybody is going to get hit with his cross-shape pattern. And like I said, I'm literally going to stand here the entire time because he does so little damage. There's no mechanics required. But yeah. Oh, and I just noticed I did not switch the gear on Sumi like I said I was going to. Oh well. It will make a big difference. So it's kind of like an on-off type attack pattern on this guy. Let's do this one because we want to reduce stability as much as possible. So usually it's going to be like a turn of trying to break through his stability, then like a turn or two of like big damage, and then back to trying to break through his stability once it recovers. So it can be a little annoying. So, but we're gonna have Diane in the front, so she's the one that takes the attack, so that she'll counterattack. Oh, and Changju, I don't know, man. You just hang out, have a good time. Do you have? Yeah, you do have Max. So, just she'll do follow-up attacks on Macchiato's ambush and on Diane's. See, follow up. Perfect. So see, in one turn we were managed to do an absolute ton of stability damage to him. So this is the quote on phase where you're going to try and dump as much damage into the boss as possible. His abilities change slightly. Instead of targeting the closest, he's now going to do every target. He's just going to randomly pick guys. So you can hide and cover. You know, once again, he doesn't really do enough damage. He will pick the closest target this time and mark them. Essentially, all you want to do is just keep that guy healed, either with a big shield or full HP, because the more HP they have after the attack resolves, the more damage the boss will take. So it rewards you for making sure that your guys are protected. But once again, Diane's got a shield. She's probably not going to die. Like, I don't even think it's going to get through the shield, so I'm just going to let her stand there. And we're just going to dump damage. Now, Diane does want to go first because he did put this little buff on himself, right? Edifice. So he's got just, look at this, 14,000 defense. That's a lot of defense, but we're going to make it all go away by using this. This will cleanse 3. And just like that, he's back down to 5,000 defense. Because something gave him a defense debuff. I'm not sure off the top of my head. Defense zone. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chongju has that, I believe, in her... Yeah. In fixed keys, so... Now we're at a much more manageable 5,000 defense as opposed to 14,000, so now all these attacks just gonna do a lot more damage, so... Oh yeah, and Diane Key. End your turn. And so yeah, now we're just gonna pump a bunch of damage into him. And essentially, I've just explained the whole fight. This is just gonna rinse and repeat for 7 turns, so... Are you out of... Yeah. You just want to keep an eye on her. Whenever she runs out of her 3 support stacks, use pressing the momentum. Get 3 more stacks. Or 4 stacks, that's right. And then just back to attacking. Once again, since this boss doesn't move, you want to have like Macchiato's murderous intent key. So yeah, like at least see how little damage he's doing here. And we got a whole nother turn there. Once again, he got the buff here. You can see the 3 stack for the edifice. Same thing. We're going to just... Yeah, you can say that. I mean, I should technically go into cover, but like I said, the boss doesn't do enough damage to justify it. How many support attacks left? 2. Sumi has to use this to refresh shields, but I'm going to do that at the end of the turn. So we'll do 1. And 2. Then we'll rebuff. So yeah, this isn't exactly a super fun or thrilling boss, but it is what it is. I don't know if they rotate out the bosses for this mode. I hope they do. But like, I'm waiting until he's done shooting random targets, but like you saw there, he targeted Diane, didn't even crack the shield. And I don't even have Sumi's like correct weapon on, so these shields are weaker than they're supposed to be. Alright, she's using this level 50 submachine gun because I forgot to switch it. So, but yeah, so she didn't even lose her shield, so he's getting, I think, what, 35 or 45% extra damage now. So we're back onto the quote damage on phase, which is kind of weird because now he got all his stability back, so he's like taking reduced damage. So, but and then he's just gonna rinse and repeat this, right? Back to selecting the closest target for 80% and then doing the cross pattern and giving himself a buff. So we're just gonna continue to let Diane soak the closest attack so she can guarantee her counter attack with her passive here. So alrighty, let's just do all the attacks that do lots of stability damage. Let me think about this. He's gonna do... So, I could alt clear all the stacks off of her. I wanted to use Ching Ching Harmony so that she gets pitch perfect, so she can shred a ton of stability. The problem is I also kind of need it for next turn to cleanse all the buffs, because I need to have at least 6 stacks. Now let me think about this for a second. No, I guess I only need to have 4 stacks total. Or 3, because she cleanses one naturally, and then for every 3 stacks, she'll cleanse a second one, and then because the boss got hit with an attack, he'll lose the 3rd. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that so we get pitch perfect. We can shred a ton of stability. Check Zhangju, make sure we're not out of support boost. We're not. So 1 more attack. Yeah, Diane, whatever. You just hang out, have a good time. Get a bonus turn. More damage, more damage, more damage. Right, now she's out of support, so now she has to use her ult. And let me think about this. I've done this enough times to know that eventually I run out of confectants for Cult Precision, so as long as we're just working on stability right now, I'm just going to use this to get my confectants back up. I've been doing this enough that I know how this goes. Shane says, hey, I just started and I'm level 20. I did use my free pulls and got told what else should I build. Let me think about. So you can, I don't know who you got with your 20 pulls, but obviously all those units are good. There's only, you could make the argument that Parithia is like, if that was the 5-star that you got that you got out of your like beginner banner pulls, like you don't really need to build her, because she's not. Oh, you got Tololo. Oh, perfect. Yeah, you definitely build her. Tololo is, she can do a lot of damage, and she's only going to get better in the future. I usually don't like advise people like, oh yeah, the CN servers are ahead of us, and because of that, do this, this, and this. But in her case, it is true. She gets a huge buff later on. She gets a, I forget what they're called. It's like a neural key or something. But she gets like a special ability that lets her generate more confectants, getting more turns. And then there's another unit that comes out later on that pairs with her extremely well. That turns her into just an extra turn monster. So, and even without all that stuff right now, she's still very usable. She does a surprising amount of damage, so. Once again, we got to use perfect tuning to strip these buffs. He is going to pick random target and then do Sword of Damocles, which I should have the shield for next turn, so that'll be just fine. Yeah, because we just want to attack the boss right now because he's stability broken. Yep, you can stand there. I'll show a little more on Tolol here in a minute. Shane, let's like power through this. We still got 1 stack left, right? Yeah, this is not the greatest game mode. It's kind of tedious, but get used to it, because this is what's going to be Gunsmoke Frontline. If it's not this boss, it'll be a similar boss, and it'll be like a DPS track like this. It's annoying because I can't trust the... I wouldn't trust the AI to auto-battle this, because there's like just enough nuance in how the boss works that you're throwing tons and tons of potential damage down the drain if you're just going to let the AI do whatever it wants. We'll do this first. Tuning. Oh, I goofed. Because now I don't have enough to do this to strip the buffs, so that's unfortunate. Let's rewind right before she did that. Won't be able to do tuning this turn. I'll have to wait till next turn. Pass, 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 pass. Just... one more stack. These. So, the funny thing about this game mode, in my opinion, is like, you can be a tryhard like I'm being right now and min-max all this. right, and get all these points and everything. But it's kind of funny because unless everyone else in your platoon is doing this, it's almost unnecessary. Because you'll see at the end when I get my score and I show you like comparatively like how much that means for the overall platoon, it's relatively small. So it's like death by 1,000 cuts. So this is the last turn, by the way, so I want to just push as much damage as possible. So we are going to Perfect Harmony. And he doesn't have the Edifice buff up right now, so we're just going to shred. Oh yeah, Shane, about like using other... Shane wants to know if you can use any other Dazzle Tolo. Yeah, I'll go into them in a second once I'm out of this battle. There's a couple of decent ones you can use. Sure, Diane, you just hang out there. Sumi, just do the damage. Yep, this will be a bonus turn. Nice little burst of damage there at the end from Tololo. Big 14,000 crit. I think I might accidentally set a new record here. So I have to make a decision. Akio doesn't have alert up. It'll lose it. She has it right now, but she's about to take her turn. When she takes her turn, she's going to lose it. So I think we just do this ability. This will give her 1 support boost stack, and that's fine because the only unit that hasn't attacked is Macchiato. There we go. Oh yeah, Diane gets 1 little free attack there at the end. But that's the end. It's turn 7 out of 7, so once the boss is done attacking, it'll be over. So yeah, that's Gunsmoke Frontline in a nutshell. For anyone interested in it, if you want to min-max. So, where is the... There it is. I had to go to the second screen. So this is an interesting way to check out the damage breakdown. Obviously, Sumi did no damage with the crappy weapon she had equipped. But this is interesting. I don't take this too literally, but since this boss is kind of like a striking dummy, it's a decent way to kind of check out your builds and stuff with characters. Like this Changju obviously got a bazillion damage because she just got to sat there and counterattack infinitely because the whole team was essentially fluffing her. But even Macchiao did a bunch. But, you know, this is the kind of the surprising thing. Like, look how much Diane did. And Diane was the one in charge of stripping all the buffs off the boss. So she has pretty solid single target damage. Way more than you would expect, considering she has to attack first, which means the boss has its crazy big armor and stability damage reduction usually. So these numbers, these numbers are a little misrepresentative of the strength of the characters, but like they're kind of cool just to look at and see where you can improve, right? Like I obviously could have probably utilized Toll a little better. But yeah, so what I get, 2,000? Yeah, 2,100. So let's say, for example, I got another 2,000 on my next run, which is unlikely because I have to use 4 different units, right? Like when I go to queue up again, the 4 units I just used are all taking a 5-minute break. So I'll have to like piece together a team. Usually I'm going to be using something like this. That believes there to strip buffs with her, I forgot what the ability is called, like her second skill, the one that's like single target stage or something like that. It like rips buffs off the enemy. So she's there to rip buffs. Papa Shah's there to have an extra body because she's kind of like purely built for this game mode. And then the other 2 are just there for support and damage. So, but you can't use the same 4 characters. So, but even if I could, and I got another 2,000, whatever, that would put my individual performance so far for the week at 21,000. The platoon is approaching 300,000. So I'm like 10%, and I'm like, you know, this is like you can see in the scores here on the right, like the 800s. These are people just not even level 60 yet. So even with me getting way more points than the average person in my platoon, because there's so many members in a platoon, you know, your actual individual performance matters a lot less. It does matter, and you should do it, and you should like help your teammates out, but like don't sweat too hard over it is what I'm saying. You know, if you only manage to get 1,500 points instead of 1,800 every run, it's like not the end of the world. I'm just trying real hard to try and get better than my previous records and stuff. So but yeah, you can see a lot of people here that they're all just doing like the basic 800 from Outpost. So but anyway, that's what you're gonna do when you get to decisive battles. So Shane, you were asking about Tololo. So Tololo is a very strong damage dealer. Her whole, I'm sure you kind of read over her kit, but essentially all she's about is getting these extra turns and doing like big bursts of damage in the turns. Now, the problem with her currently is that she gets in like these weird off turns where she can't really do anything. So her alt doesn't generate confectance points, and these two other skills do. So the idea is you alternate between Supernova and Black Hole, and you just keep alternating between them, and you build up confectance, and then ideally, every time you hit a bonus turn, you want to alt. Except the problem is, currently, her cooldowns don't line up that way. So when you use her in-game, you don't want to waste confectance points. So whenever she's like... So the very first turn when she gets full confectance, you don't want to use Black Hole or Supernova because you're already maxed out. So the first turn is usually always run up and use her alt on something, and then from there it's use Supernova or Black Hole, and then the following turn use Supernova or Black Hole, and then you get to this like weird turn 3 where everything's on cooldown except your alt, and it's like you're at 4 confectance points and you want to do Black Hole or Supernova to get your bonus turn, but the only thing off cooldown is her alt. So that kind of gets fixed later on, but right now it's just kind of like one of the weird annoyances. But the other aspect of her is all about building these light spike charges. Now, if you read this last sentence here, each time an allied unit deals hydro damage, you get a stack of light spike. So she wants to be paired with other hydro units. The two that are out currently that pair really well with her is Colfane, because if you're using Battlefield Glow, this one counts as hydro damage. She's not the greatest teammate, but you also just need someone alive. And Colfane does give buffs if for some reason Polo ever doesn't have enough buffs for Supernova impact here. You know, so that's a decent teammate. And then the other premium teammate is Sabrina. Sabrina, is it this one? There is a fixed key for Sabrina that implants hydro weakness if they're standing on the tiles. And I can't remember where exactly it is, but Sabrina's probably the best teammate for Tolol, because Sabrina A does hydro damage, which is going to build light spike stacks, and then in addition to that, she's going to put a big puddle on the ground when she does. I want to say it's... I haven't used her much. I thought it was meal prep, but it's probably a fixed key that actually does the ability. But anyway, she's going to be able to put hydro tiles down on the floor, and if the enemy's standing in it, they get hydro weakness, which is good for Tolol. So defense increases. See, now I'm kind of curious myself. I don't know which one of these actually does it. I don't know, I'll have to look a little more closely at her stuff. Unless that's just like some part of her kit that is not... Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, after using a skill, so any of her skills, so she's going to leave big puddles behind, and that'll generate Tideway, and that'll be what implants the hydro weakness. So yeah, so the only way to get Sabrina right now, Shane, is... Technically, it's the beginner banner here. Or not, I shouldn't say the beginner banner because that's a different one, but it's the same pool of characters from the standard procurement. You can use the selector here as well on her. I wouldn't. The other way to get her, which is the much better way to get her, was something I kind of went over at the beginning of the stream. If you're doing this boss battle here, You don't have to max it out every week, but as long as you try and get as many points as possible, you can use the points, whatever they're called, segment marks, to grab neural fragments of Sabrina. And after you've grabbed 30 of these total, you can unlock her. These reset on a monthly basis, though, so just keep that in mind. Oh, Smoke says that the third key is the one that generates the pool. Let me look here. I have no reason to not believe you. Oh, 6-3. Misread your comment here. Yeah, okay, so it does everything around her. Yeah, okay, so when she uses this, she just puts a bunch of tiles everywhere. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I've borrowed her a couple times, but since I didn't actually unlock her, I haven't experimented too much with her. But yeah, so anyway, Shane, the short answer is Pertolo with Sabrina in the meantime, and then later on they're gonna have a like a neural upgrade system, which like kind of unlocks new abilities for the characters. That's really gonna let Tolo kind of pop off, and then in another questionable amount of time, we have no idea because the release schedule for our server is different. The character Springfield will pair very well with Tololo. So anyway, so that was the crash course on Platoon system. What else did I want to do? I wanted to do the hard modes for this. And then I also wanted to do, let's hop in to the expansion drills. Yeah, let's do this, because these guys are a little tougher. And these are a little more interesting. But before I do that, I need to switch some gear around, because I forgot to do that. I apologize to anybody on my friends list who is about to borrow my Papa Shaw, because she is going to have crappy gear. That's switched. Everything else is close enough. I don't think it matters. I could switch some of these keys around. Yeah, you know what? Let's not get crazy, because we're still probably gonna slap around the enemies in this mode until we get to the very final one, because these guys are still 5 levels below us. Alrighty, so what do we got to do this time? So the only, like, quote, challenge objective for this one is kill 3 enemies in 1 turn, which should not be a problem. These guys are all on alert. These guys are active at the beginning, so we're probably just going to push this way initially. So turn 1, we come to the right here, try and kill all these guys, push up to this as these guys spawn, and then we'll wrap around. So let's have our slow people over here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have Tololol and Diane come up and kill these 2 guys, then wrap around, and then we'll just have everybody else go this way. Cool. That's the game plan here. Shane was asking if there's anything in particular that you need to do when starting out on a new account. He says he's level 20. Yeah, Shane, actually, if you check my YouTube channel, there's a really crappily recorded video from when I started. I think it's called Quick Start Efficiency Guide. I kind of go over every little thing that you could possibly want to do. It's kind of a long video because I kind of like walk you through it myself. But that covers all the stuff you do. The short answer is do all the main story stuff. Because you get a huge amount of commander experience from doing that, and the best thing to do is just level up your commander account because it kind of limits you on everything. So do the main story to level up your commander account, do your dailies because that also gives a ton of experience, and just make sure you don't overcap too hard on your intel puzzles. We're gonna absolutely crush these guys. So this is what I was talking about, Tolo. So she starts with 6 convectants. So if I was to use either of these abilities, she would essentially waste the convectants that's generated because she can't go above 6. And she's going to lose them all at the end of the turn to get a double turn. So when you start the match, usually you end up ulting. Which is fine because big damage. And we're going to try not stand in any of these tiles because I don't want to alert this part of the map just yet. So then we'll just finish this guy and get some confectants. So now we're going to start generating confectants with her. Right? So that generated 2. Then next turn I'll generate another 2 with Supernova. And then we'll be at that awkward turn where it's like, I just need to use one of these abilities again to get a free turn, but they're both on cooldown. That's the issue she has right now currently. Okay, let's have Nemesis come over here. Crit like a champion. How ballsy am I? I'm pretty ballsy. This is a terrible idea, but I'm pretty sure she's not gonna actually take any damage, so. If I do this, I'm pretty sure I aggro everyone, right? Even though I haven't ended my turn, I think it doesn't, you know, let's just try it. Just for funsies. So my understanding was if you perform any action on one of these tiles that they're monitoring, it will trigger them. But it's saying it won't, so let's see. Okay, it did. So let's rewind and pretend that never happened. So we'll just be sad and we'll come over here and do this. I unfortunately can't get a flanking shot on any of these guys, so we will just crit like a god. Yes. And then walk right here. If he tries to come around and shoot her, she'll counterattack him. And then Sumi, you have fun, you know? You're just kind of here, just have a good time. Yeah, no problem, Shane. If you had any other questions, I'll kind of be happy to answer them as I narrate what I'm doing here. Here we go. So I was correct. She tried to counter it, or this guy tried to attack Diane, and she counterattacked with the help of Macchiato. Let's zoom. I'm really sad right now because I didn't switch her keys, so she doesn't have the bonus mobility. And I am actually one mobility short from getting a flanking shot. Real sad right now, because this is messing up a couple things. Let's just go ahead and do that. Macchiato, you just continue to flex on these kids and just stand out in the open. Try and... Oh, come on, guys. 6 HP, come on. So if I bring Tolo over here, it'll probably be forever before she can make it back over in this direction. So I'm almost tempted just to prep for next turn. I bring her over here and then, you know what? Let's just do it because I have a feeling it's going to try and spawn enemies behind me. So she has her other ability, generates 2 more convectants, and now we're at this awkward next turn here where we're going to have both these on cooldown and only the alt up. Big sad. So, oh, I don't know, Sumi, just she can't actually reach anybody. Just have her come over here. Thanks, Diane. I want to do this so I can generate... Yes, I want to generate a permanent stack of tuning. This is like mega overkill. This guy's so dead. And then, you know what? Let's just go ahead and... Yep, let's do that. If I propel this, it's gonna... There's no one there to kill. But that'll give everybody something to do this turn. Macchiato... Can I have one of you guys come over here? Oh, none of the weakness types match. This is very unfortunate. We can kind of solve this problem by implanting weakness. Then take your free movement. Yeah, like I said, I out-level these guys, so this isn't exactly difficult right now. But these are fun stages, especially the last one. I'm interested to see what the last stage is. Oh, I forgot this guy spawns these obnoxious little Goliaths. That's so rude. These guys blow up, right? They do. If I was to smash this guy, would he die? Okay, problem solved. Using that big old brain. Well, this will be easy then. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll probably crit. We did. And let's just come back over here. Macchiato, you can... Ooh, none of these guys are on the frost tiles. That's okay. This accidentally worked out in our favor, because now she's gonna... Because she didn't do anything last turn. So now she's gonna get a double turn. If I'm not stupid, and I make sure I match the weaknesses. I lied. So she's not gonna get a double turn, because there's nobody that has hydro or medium ammo weakness, so there's nobody she can get. Oh, that's sad. Oh well. And I've mismanaged this battle slightly. But it's okay, we're still really far ahead of... What do we get, 9 turns? Yeah, 9 turns. Do. Hello, friend. Can we... No, neither of these guarantee a kill, so we got a crit either way. Which she did, because she has 90% crit chance, because... Diane's awesome. There we go. Now we're gonna get the bonus turn. Not that it's really necessary, but... This is obnoxious. I didn't read this carefully, and there's like you have to eliminate 3 people with 1 attack, and I did the mission without any AoE units, so that's why none of these are unlocked for me. I have to go back one of these days and like bring Groza in there. I'll do that off stream, because that's like just a really annoying challenge. It's not difficult, it's just you have to like set it up just right. They had one last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever this reset, and it was like I had to like fluff the enemies just perfectly so that they were all like within like 10% of their, you know, HP, and then I had to like use Groza to throw a grenade. It was really stupid. This one's very straightforward. Kill Nemesis. Kill enemy Nemesis, not your Nemesis. But we're finally getting towards difficult enemies. Wow, we're already at 50 minutes into the stream somehow. Yeah, we're gonna go late today, boys. We're gonna have a double episode. So everything aggro's off the start. So we're just gonna, I think, try and post up here and just rain death upon our foes. Enemy Groza is gonna stand there. Enemy Nemesis. Century C. G36. I'm guessing the next unit they're gonna release is either gonna be her or UMP9 Lena. Anyway. Let's see. Diane, what can you do? How far can you get on turn 1? Not quite far enough unless I switch you with Sumi. Can you still not? I still can't quite get it. Because I don't have the... I don't have her other 2 fixed keys in right now. I mean, I have the Shattering Stone, which will give her 1 more tile, which will bring her to, like, here. But I don't have the other key that gives her a movement, which would get her to there for a flanking shot. But I don't have... Wait. Nope, still that actually makes it worse. Okay, well, it is what it is. Besides, we probably want the slow people to be able to get up there, because it's going to be more important. I think Diane's going to go do special operations over here on this side of the map. She'll be protected by Sumi's shield, so... Let's have you... Another awkward ammo matchup. Ooh, counterattacks from Groza. That's gross. Yeah, unfortunately, I have all the wrong ammo types. We could do this. I don't really want to. What's the best way? So, probably the best play is to just kind of ignore Groza. In the meantime, like, not go too ham trying to kill her, because she's kind of thick. Alright, this is the play. We're going to do this. It'll put Frost here to give these guys weakness, and mostly it should take this 1 stability off of them, and it'll leave this tile covered in Frost in case somebody like Century C or Groza moves over to it. I don't like doing this off the bat because Polo takes a double turn immediately, so she's going to burn through 2 turns worth of the shield, like, right away. Which does not feel good. Let's just do it. The man who did not crit. Out of curiosity, oh wow, maybe we could just deal with Groza. Yeah. Yeah, let's just deal with Groza right now. And these Weeding Scholars, they got a lot of HP. 3,000. It's actually not a ton. Oh, because once again, we don't match any of the types, so... Well, that shouldn't matter. Unless they have some special trait. I didn't actually look at the special bonuses. Here we go. Reduces targeted damage by 30%. Okay, so these guys are just taking more damage from AoE, less damage from targeted abilities, which is why this is not going to kill him. That's okay. We're just doing this to flank around anyway. He just happens to be on the way. Because Macchiato is the one that's really going to be doing a lot of the damage here. And now, Gross is stunned for a turn, but I could just eliminate her. But I kind of want to just start thinning out the enemies. I'll have Sumi finish off Groza next turn. No reason to waste like an ult or something. I was like, that was bold, but no one ever said the AI was the smartest. Damn. Calm down, guys. They blow up Sumi's cover, and then they're like, more. Okay, so Centurisi just decided to suicide into Diane here. That was kind of cool. Can we kill this guy? If we ult, we can. Because I'll probably crit. But I need to kill Groza first so she doesn't counterattack me. Which should not be difficult. There. We took care of the Groza problem, guys. If we crit, we also take care of the Nemesis problem, which is one of the objectives. Let's do that. We did. Now Diane can just have a good time. Yeah, she'll have enough to Harmony next turn, so this is fine. This is the problem when I'm doing these like quote challenge game modes, is that I got to put all my small smooth brain into thinking and not being fun. Let's just hang out over here. Goodbye. Rolling. Yeah, shields last for another turn, so we'll be fine. Do. So we got more enemies spawning. Yep, okay. Nothing crazy on the objectives here. So we'll just have... Oh, I don't know. Actually, we're going to use this to... We don't really need to, though. Whatever. Nemesis, you can generate some confectants. And then everybody else, you just hang out and have a good time. Let's have Tololo walk over here so she can pick which target she wants to kill. And then the question is, do I want to put the shield up this turn or next turn? Let's go ahead and put it up this turn. That way she can attack something next turn if she needs to. Let's do that. Have Sumi trigger... She can't kill either of these. That's unfortunate. Ooh, and Macchiato's not in range to hit this guy, maybe? She can kill that. She can kill that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. That was the weakest. That was the weakest follow-up attack I've ever seen. 131. I wonder what that was. Oh, that's right, because he gets a bunch of damage reduction from his weird passive here. But even then, I mean, that was like... That was mega weak. Let's have you kill... They're both gonna essentially require a crit to kill him, and even then I'm not 100% sure. Do I want to cleanse my stacks? I do not. That's the nice thing about crits, just get lucky every time, easy. I don't need to move out of cover, because this is a melee unit, so he's gonna walk back towards me anyway. And take a double turn if I do this. Maybe this is what I want to do. I'm here, hopefully crit. I did not, but he's stunned, and then I take my second turn and go ham on this guy. Do that. And who's the last guy alive? Oh, this little... We're gonna ult him just to make a point. Just to show him. Yeah, these aren't exactly like super hard, challenging, especially if you have like a fully leveled team with equipped gear, but they're kind of fun. Are we on number 10? Please tell me we're on the last one. Good, we are. Who's the boss? Ooh, new boss. The Terrorhorn Chimera. Bojum, the Bojum. Alright, cool. So I've never fought this thing. So we're going to find out together what it does. But before that, I'm going to hop in real quick, just take a quick look at him. I'm going to size him up. Like, look at that guy from across the club and be like, yeah, I could take him. In a fight. Wow, he has a lot of stability. Oh my goodness. I'm assuming he doesn't regenerate it? Yeah, unable to receive stability regeneration during stability break. No, he gets it 2 turns later. Oh. Oh. He's got 100,000 life. Oh my goodness. Oh, and you gotta kill his little dudes to, there are allied units, so if there's any allied units at the start of the turn, so even if you kill them after the turn starts, he's still gonna keep the buff the entire turn. Oh, man. This is gonna be... limited mobility. This is gonna be quite a fight. He roots people too? This guy is... Wow, okay. This might be a disaster, guys. So I haven't looked into this at all. So we're gonna try this blind. I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break and grab a new beverage here to... Yeah, I'm gonna need a new beverage for this. Oh boy. he takes 90% less targeted damage or more. I can't tell what this is supposed to mean. Does it say under here? I'm not really sure what this targeted 90% up means. I mean, stability damage means you take 60% less, so I'm assuming this means you take 90% less as long as stability, right? Because didn't one of his abilities say that? One of his like 2 passives. Yeah, okay. Reduce damage by 90. Okay, so you have to crack his stability to do damage to him. But that's going to be a nightmare because as long as he starts the turn with one of these little dudes next to him, he's going to be taking 3 less stability from every attack. Wow. And then he's going to get all stability back 2 turns later. So you're only going to have like 2 turns to just dump as much damage as you can on him. While he's doing to them for 3 turns if no target is made. Oof. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take a quick break here, and then we're going to come back to this because this is going to be quite the battle here. This is not sure how I'm going to approach this. We're just probably going to dive in, get crushed, and then figure out what to do after that. So, put us on the AFK screen for a minute, and we'll be back in like 5 minutes-ish. Alrighty, boys. Got myself a refill here. Lock and load. Okay. Wow. Whew. So, I already know how this is going to go. We're just going to give this guy a try, and we're going to see what works and what doesn't, because there's no way I'm going to get this right on the first try. I probably want the snipers to be up in this nice comfy spot up here. Only so that these little spider dudes don't just be obnoxious. Somebody has to tank his attacks, I think, though. Yeah, okay, so we'll have Macchiato probably come here on turn 1, get up there, and then same thing with, or actually, maybe I can swap these two. Nope, still too far. Even with the bonus tile she'll get. Only to here, so... Let's do that, and let's... Maybe... Nope, oops, sorry, wrong one. Okay, let's give that a try. We're gonna just try this and see how this goes. It's probably not gonna go well. This is Bambi in the bad timeline. This is what happens when you get that collapse radiation juice. Okay, so let's do this. This will hopefully take out a couple little dudes when they take their turns. Let's see what he's gonna do. So he's going to do nearest enemy gets scent mark, which is a stability shredding debuff, and makes them the primary target. Okay, yeah. So if you don't have somebody take this attack, like if you just try and outrange him, he's gonna do Crystal Volley instead, which is bad because you don't want the whole team to get AoE'd. Then he's gonna move. Then he's gonna Slime Blast somebody, do some corrosion, mucus. Don't stand in the bad. Who would have guessed? I hope this doesn't take effect immediately. I don't know what it's talking about here, the Goat Zard. I wonder if this is an ability copy-pasted off of a different monster that's not in the game yet. And then he's going to hit everybody. The last enemy to attack. That's interesting. So well, Sumi's going to be the last one because she's going to put her shield up at the end of the turn, so that's fine. So as long as she's not standing next to anybody, that will be okay. And then this one, one enemy within 4 tiles. That's annoying because it's also going to hit the same, probably hit the same target as Scent Mark. So he's going to run up, put Scent Mark on somebody, and then Slime Blast him. I think that's going to be, oh man, but I don't want both Slime Blast and the Crystal Volley to go on Sumi. That'd be too much. I think she'll just get clapped. So who's going to go last? We will have... Let's have Nemesis go last. We're going to just try something, because she doesn't really need to move, especially if I can get her to trigger a follow-up. The problem is these attacks are too strong, and it's probably going to kill him, like this little wolf spider here. Like it says she's going to follow up, but if this attack crits, which it probably will, well, that's okay. She gets 2 attacks, so we'll have the first one go into this guy. Like I said, this is going to be a disaster as I try and figure out this fight. And let's have... the reason I want, oh, I'm so stupid. I just hit the boss. She'll action support the boss. Duh. Yeah, I just want her to have the insight buff so that when she goes here and, like, that overkill? That's actually not overkill. But when she kills this guy, she's going to get free movement and she can go up here. That was my straw. Oh my, making weird noises out of this cup. I'm not using this cup for sanctioned purposes either. There's the wrong drink in this cup, so maybe that's why the straw is crying out in pain. Oh no, there's foam in the straw. Disaster. Damn, she still didn't make it into cover. But that's okay, she's up top now. Hopefully that will be good. I don't know. And I said I wanted Nemesis to go last, but I goofed my own plan up, so we're gonna have Dying go last instead. Let's have this into that. This will hopefully split the attacks. Ah, this is kind of annoying. Hopefully, I'm hoping Macchiato will kill one of these wolf spiders when she takes her turn. Because otherwise he's gonna get the buff for having a teammate by him. I don't really know where she needs to stand. Yeah, just a normal attack. We'll put her behind cover over here. Sure, why not? Alright, let's slow this down to see what he does. So he put the mark on her. He's gonna step on her. That's not fun. And then the last person who went should get attacked. Okay. We did that right. Of course, he soaked all the counterattacks from Macchiato. Which is not cool. Because now she totally can't move. What's he doing next? All right, another slime cascade. All enemies outside 4. So now you gotta want to be. Oh, now we want to be close to him. Okay. Nemesis, you're about to have a bad day. So yeah, last enemy. So now we got to be close, and we want to do last enemy. I don't think Nemesis can even get close enough to him, so she's just gonna be sad. 20 movement denied. Below 6. I think Nemesis just comes up to this cover and she's just gonna be sad, and that's all there is to it. I'm a little worried about Sumi though, because she can't shield herself in an emergency. I would really like her to not be here. Yeah, she can only attack the boss. I really don't want to waste Macchiato's attack on this stupid spider here. This is just a lot of not fun happening. Alright, let's do this. We'll get this guy to build some stacks up. Next turn I'll get Harmony and I'll just re-put the stacks on her if she needs them for some reason. I don't think she's going to need to counterattack because none of these are targeted abilities. She's within 6. Hololol is going to go last and be within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does the pattern of this thing look like? Oh man, you got to be like really close. Oh, I misread it. It's 4 tiles. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. All right, well. 1, 2, 3, 4. She can make it. I don't know if all right, she's gonna go last. That's what we're doing. I've made my decision. I must now live with it. She needs confectants, so she will do this. Macchiato. What happens when you stand in these? Movement denied. Okay. If the Terror Horn is on this, he takes 40% more damage. Interesting. Okay, so that's part of the strategy here, is you want to have him stand on these tiles so that he will take all the goop and damage. Alright. Well, let's just get here within 4 tiles, and let's just start wailing on him, I guess. Yeah. Actually, he's taking a lot of damage from these attacks for some reason, and I don't really know why. He's supposed to have 90% damage reduction, but... unless Macchiato is way more jacked than I thought she was. The fact that he's even taken this much damage already is surprising. You're just going to have to do this. And Tololo. Brace for impact. Alright, slow it down again. Okay, I guess I misplayed that a ton. Because I counted 4. Why is it hitting so many times? Did I misread that? Alright, let's take a look at what happened there, because he shouldn't have done it that many times, unless I totally didn't read his ability right. Yeah, it says the last enemy to act. Let's rewind here, because now I want to know. We'll just go back to the beginning of the turn, because I also messed up counting, apparently. Targets the last enemy to act and deals 120 to it and all enemies within 3x3. So I don't know why he cast it on everybody. That didn't quite make sense. So we got to be a lot closer to this guy. This is deceiving. It said 4 tiles, which is, you know, this is the edge of his hitbox. So I counted 1, 2, 3. So that should be inside the hitbox, but apparently it wasn't. So apparently it goes from, I guess, right here. Even then, that's still 4 tiles. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, this is kind of misrepresented. Like, this picture looks correct, right? Like, it looks like if you're going to be on the corner, you literally got to be, like, right here. But it's a little misrepresentative of how it's described. But that's okay, we can fix that. I still don't know why this is hitting everybody, Crystal Volley. It says the last enemy to act. I don't know why he did it to everybody. And Mucus? Does he just attack everybody in Mucus? Yeah. Not sure what's going on exactly, but we can fix some of this. So let's, what do we say? We alted this guy, right? Just to build stacks, I think. Let's do it this way, actually. Sumi can't move, so she's just gonna be sad. You can come right next to him. I still want Tololo to go last. This is unfortunately really crappy for her because she's not gonna be able to get into the 4 tile range, so she's just gonna be sad. These don't say that they ignore cover, so I can click the boss here and take a look at them. Wild Rampage. Yeah, it doesn't say these ignore cover, so I'm gonna go with the stay in cover method. If any of you guys have done this and you want to give me some pointers, feel free. We're gonna do this, and then we'll see how this goes. It's not the end of the world if he AoEs everyone, because we're going to get another shield next turn, but the fact that he's doing so much damage with it is, I'm worried about turns like 8, 9, 10. Yeah, see, I don't know why he's doing it to everybody. Unless it's just like the skill description is not accurate. Alright, so if you get hit with the goop, you're just stuck there. Which is fine for Macchiato, or for Nemesis here, but it's not so fine for everybody else. Let's do this. Let's have you ult this guy. I don't want to, but I have to spend a turn cleaning up the ads here. We'll do this at the end of the... No, actually, I want to do it now. I think this will remove her movement buff. Or her movement, debuff. It did. Okay, so she can move. The question is... Alright, what's he doing this turn? Wild Rampage, charge somebody... Hits them, destroys all cover. All right, so you want him to hit cover, otherwise he's going to get a big attack buff. Does it tell me which direction he's going to do that in? It does not. So I'm guessing he's going to pick whoever has the scent mark. So well, that's unfortunate, because I already moved with her. I don't know if this is going to count, if he, like, bumps into this, like, piece of terrain here. We're just going to give it a try. Like I said, this is going to be a disaster the first time we do this, but that's just how it goes. Let's have... Tololol. Does it matter? Why is she losing life? Or she's gaining life? Did she get a random buff that heals her? Yeah, continuous healing. Okay. That was her random buff she got from her weapon this turn. Which actually came in handy. Yeah, let's just kill all these little dudes. Should probably check to see what else he's doing this turn. 4x4. Physical 100. Once again, spread out a little bit. This could be really bad. I hope he doesn't pick Sumi. I think these are all going to attack Sumi because she's got the scent mark, so I think this is just going to be... I think she's just going to get kind of clapped this turn. Alright, well, it is what it is. Let's just give it a try. Maybe I can mitigate this a little bit. Darn, I want to kill this little guy here. This is overkill, but I'm just using it to build permanent stacks because nothing seems to be attacking her. So I want her to get the permanent stacks from that. And then Macchiato, you just come right here. I like how the whole plan of this was to get Macchiato up here and shoot down on him, but unfortunately things are just not working out that way. And you know what? Let's just we can still start going that direction though. Alright, slow down. So that was the wild charge, and then he's splooging on her, and this is just whatever. Ow, that actually he actually kind of slapped hard. He's not in the goop, which is unfortunate. Sumi is having a bad day. She can't continue to tank. I really actually probably should have brought Groza for this. Because you're baiting all the attacks with Scent Mark here. So someone who has a lot of stability or ways to get stability back, like Groza, would be pretty good. And since Sumi can't use this ability on herself, is like really sad right now. But we know that for the future. You know, mistakes were made, but sometimes you gotta do as Miss Frizzle would say, just, you know, get in there, make mistakes. Get messy. Let's do this. Debating who I wanted pile damage on. Sumi has nothing to attack, but well, she can't move either. Oh, she can. She can come over here and shoot this guy. That's what we're gonna do. Yep. Let's regen some confectants. Move you up. She's gonna put Scent Mark on somebody else. I'm gonna try and get it on Diane. She's pretty mobile. That's what we're gonna try. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but that's what I'm going with. Because we can have Sumi come to here, finish this guy. Because if Diane at least gets clapped, Sumi can just start throwing shields on her nonstop. So, as long as Sumi is not the one tanking, we should be fine. Oh my god, I can't click. You to here. Shoot the big guy. Diane, I want you to be the closest, but I also don't want you standing in the goop. So come to right. Yeah, I want him to put the goop on Diane. Tololol is going to get movement denied. Okay, that's fine. We can work with all these. So Diane's going to get the Scent Mark, and she's also going to get the goop on her. We'll have her do this just to shred some stability. I kind of want... So Tolol's the last one to act, so she's going to get hit with the Crystal Volley. And because she's stability broken, she's going to be frozen there for a turn. So let's get her in a spot. Frost Barrier. I don't want to take a double turn because the Frost Barrier will go off and I want it to soak some of the damage. Okay, we're doing that. Alright, so Scent Mark goes on Diane. She counterattacks. She gets gooped on, which is fine because now the boss is standing in the goop. Tolol went last, so she takes a big hit. I think we did it, boys. I think we managed to do that right. Of course, he is still next to an enemy, so he got his big... No, he didn't. No, he did? Cluster defense? I don't see it on him. Okay. Well, this turn he's going to get stability broken, so maybe we can pile on some damage here and actually, like, not be a complete disaster. So, what's he doing this turn? Another Crystal Volley. I'm assuming this is mistyped and it's going to hit everybody. So that's what I need to keep in mind. This is another one of those getting close. So, another reason why. Well, these two are up here and they got so much. Because we're going to get another shield next turn. Not this turn, because it's on cooldown. But next turn, we should get another shield. So that will be fine. So they can just stay there. Oh, although they're standing next to each other. You know what? Let's just play smart. Speed this up a little. The Nemesis can come to here. Yeah, maybe we'll crit. We did. What a champ. We don't want to be standing next to each other for the goop, so let's space ourselves a teeny bit. She can only hit the boss, so that's fine. Actually, we want to go on alert mode for 2 reasons. 1, this will give us a nice shield, and 2, actually, let's come to right here. Because the shield will soak any AoEs, and alert mode will help clean up these ads, although I think it's just going to end up shooting the boss twice, because I think the boss goes first, but, you know, whatever. Now, I think this movement debuff only lasts 1 turn, right? It does, so when I take a double turn, I'll be able to move. Problem is, I won't be able to kill both these guys. Unless I crit. And I crit. Okay, so we can get in within 4. Alright, we're doing it, guys. I think we're salvaging this a little bit. As long as these enemies stop spawning, which they usually do. They usually spawn for like the first couple turns to make the fight more interesting, but then after that, they stop spawning, and we just need to do this within 12 turns. So I'm hoping there's either one more set of these ads that show up, or hopefully no more sets of ads. And we're gonna just play it condom mode safe and give her a shield. And then Diane's the last one to go, which supposedly affects the ability, but I don't really think it does. Let's have her... Do I want to build a permanent stack, or do I want to... If I do this, she will have enough for Harmony next turn. Yeah, let's do this. Build the 3rd permanent stack. Dude, I am using all my brain cells for this. I apologize to people who are watching this and be like, wow, this guy's boring as fuck. It's because I am tryharding this to the max. Okay, don't know why that hit them. They were definitely within 4 tiles, but... Ow. Right, man? Oh my god, I'm not. I wasn't, because at the corner angles, that's right. It's only this safe spot. So I could have moved Macchiato up to here, and Nemesis could have been like in one of these other. But it's okay. We made it kind of work. Sumi wants to implant freeze weakness on this guy. And actually, I think I'm going to do it. Because he... Oh, this is gross. So we want him in the goop, right? Because... Yeah, if he's on the tile, he takes 40% more. So I need to get him to move. So we need to, like, stop boxing him in. So he's going to charge somebody. I'm assuming it's the person with scent mark. Which I believe it's Diane right now. Alright, so Diane has to bait him to a... I think if she stands here, this guy will charge forward 1 tile into the goop, destroy this cover, and stop. So that's what we're going to try. Of course, Diane can't move right now. Let's hope Sumi can fix this by removing a debuff from the team. Oh, and I forgot to go on fast speed. Alright, good. It did pick the right debuff. Forgot to check if that's an okay spot for her to stand in. I think it is, because I think this all is going to go on scent mark target. And with that, I think we just do damage, like DPS. And the first step is to do this in the right order. Nemesis is going to apply the weakness, or the defense down. Did I not apply it? Am I stupid? Did I not see it? Okay, he does have it. All right, good. And we're just going to use this turn to try and pump as much damage into him as possible. Diane's going to come here. I don't need any more permanent stacks, so there's... I mean, the point of using your ult is to get more big damage on the target. But I think we're just going to use... Let me think about this for a moment. Is there any reason I would want stacks? No, I think we just do damage, actually. And then, like I said, if my plan works, he's going to move up one tile. Watch it not work. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. I did it. Unfortunately, he healed, though, and he got us all stability back. Scent mark again. Slime bass. Okay, I finally kind of got this down. I finally figured this fight out. It only took me like, what, 30 minutes? 45 minutes? So he's going to Slime Blast. He's going to Scent Mark and Slime Blast Diane, which is fine. I'm going to have her take it right there. I don't also want her to get hit with the crystal thing, so... I'm thinking about this. Harmony into... Yeah, she'll have enough. This will put the ult on cooldown for a turn, so I won't be able to use it next turn. So I was checking to make sure that I'll have enough for Harmony. For Harmony followed by Absolute Tuning, which I will because she's going to get one at the beginning of the turn. Alrighty, everybody else just have fun killing these obnoxious ads. Just see, can you one-shot this? You can. I also want you all to space out a teeny bit. Yeah, let's do that. No, I want you to stand... Oh, but that's too far away. Can you kill a wolf spider? You cannot. So I think you're just going to do some stability damage. Who's left? Macchiato, Nemesis, 1, 2. Yeah, let's do that. Start shredding some of that stability. God, this feels bad to use it on a wolf spider. This feels real bad to do this. But I don't want this guy getting the obnoxious stability reduction next turn. Right, these guys just keep fucking spawning, bruh. That's annoying. I think we're still on track to kill this guy by 12. But... Alright, Tolol can... Oh, she can't take a double turn because she's at the awkward point. Alright, let's have... Alright. Nemesis, you do that. He's gonna do another wild rampage. Oh, okay, so I get to bait him again. Oh, but this is awkward. We don't have scent mark on anybody, so it's gonna be totally random as far as I can tell. So maybe Sumi and Tolol shouldn't be standing there. I can bring Tolol to here. Oh, he's gonna mucus though. so we gotta spread out a teeny bit. I am gonna take a wild guess and say he's not gonna try and target someone with the skill who's on like a diagonal. So maybe I just stay right here. I'm gonna guess he's gonna go for somebody who's in like the normal charge distance, right? So it'd be like Nemesis, Diane, and Sumi right now. So we'll experiment with this theory. Do I want a new shield? I think I do, yeah. Maybe Diane comes to here. Yeah, let's do that. If Sumi goes to here, actually Diane's got to be one further back. And Sumi can be there, because otherwise they're going to overlap their AoE if they get splashed. Let's go ahead and just throw the ice out just in case. Okay, that's not what I thought was going to happen. He picked her for the charge target, I think, but he didn't get stopped by this little wall here. Oh, man, this boss is annoying. So now we got to be close to him, which we can do. And the last target to go is gonna take the... You know what? Let's have... Gotta move the camera. You can come to here. Hopefully crit and kill this thing and get a free turn. Big... Oh, that's wrong. So stupid. Wrong weakness types. I don't think that's worth rewinding a turn, though. Let's... So this is just going to hit the boss twice, because we figured this out already, that the boss goes first. So I'm actually going to do this, I think, on the big guy here. Hopefully we crit and kill him. We did. So Sumi, you come to here, finish off this wolf spider, which feels really bad, but... Alright, and Diane's the last one to go, so Diane's going to be taking the crystal, right? Crystal Volley. So she needs to not be by people. I'm going to move over to here after she's done. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, well, I got played again by the fact that it hit everybody this time as opposed to last time when it only hit one person. I don't know what's causing that. I have to probably reread all the abilities very carefully. Okay. I think we finally can just push damage on this guy and kill him, though. What's he doing? Rampage. Ready? So he needs to hit some destructible cover. I don't think anybody has the scent mark. I lied. The worst possible target has a scent mark right now. And I have no way to cleanse that off her. That's not good. What can we do to fix this? Not much. So he's going to try and charge her, which I don't even know if he can because she's at the corner spot. And the charge is a straight line. So he might just not charge her at all. So I think he's just going to throw the goop down this turn and pick one guy. So we're just going to surround him. And we're just going to go ham. So we'll prep by doing this. So she'll do a ton of counterattacks this turn and next turn. And hopefully we can kill him in the next 2 turns. Oh wow, he's not immune to stun? Well, this just got a lot easier. Oh, that was a lucky break. She'll have not enough to do both next turn. Damn, that sucks. I want... No, she will. She will. I lied. Because this will give her 4, and then next turn she gets 1. Perfect. Said he was stunned, but it lied to me. Never trust the game. Well, I need to do this to get... Ah, this sucks. This has been a big disaster. Because I don't think we can do half his health in 1 turn. Scent Mark is on like the worst possible target right now, Nemesis, and because I want her to... Well, see, in theory, this should work, right? Because he should charge, hit this fence here, and be in the goop at the same time. But last time that didn't work, so that almost makes me think that it's kind of like not working as intended. So, I think she's just gonna eat a charge to the face and be really upset about it. Does it do anything if gains attack up? That's fine because we're gonna try and kill him in a turn. Yeah, let's do that. We're kind of going all in on this turn, and if it doesn't work out, then, you know, it is what it is. Should have moved Sumi out of that goop. That's all right. Yeah, we'll just space out 1 square. And then we'll come to here. Okay, so he didn't do it. I don't know what's going on with this boss. I don't know if he's bugged or what the deal is, or I just severely don't understand how he works, because he was supposed to do a whole bunch of things and he didn't do any of it. Well, he's got all his stability back, so we're probably not going to kill him before the end of the turn here. So, big unfortunate end to this. At this point, I don't think it really matters what I do, so I'm just going to kind of speed through the rest of these turns. Cool, interesting boss. I need to figure out whether I'm doing something wrong or if this fight is just kind of like not working correctly. Because he did a lot of weird things in this that I didn't quite understand. Maybe I didn't read his abilities close enough. Which is probably the case. It's probably like a me issue. Like, for example, this is now the second time he's been stunned by this. And it's still unable to act, but I guarantee you when we end the turn here, he's just going to do all his abilities anyway. Let's do this. I don't know. Sure. Diane, you just... I don't really know what I'm doing as far as positioning. I'm just kind of like making this up as I go. Oh, he actually did get stunned that time. Interesting. Let's just put this down. I wonder if this is also cleansing off scent mark, although he hasn't put it on anybody in several turns, so probably not. But anyway, I kind of have an understanding of how to do this boss now. I'm going to do it again off camera when I have a little more time, because these fights take a long time too. But this is a cool boss. I like it. I'm glad I was able to share this with you guys if you haven't gotten this far or if you haven't done it yet yourselves. Oh wait, Tolo's got to go. Right? I want her to go last. I want Macchiato to go last, technically. But it doesn't really matter. Said he's gonna do the goop, which he's supposed to be standing in to take the debuff, but I said this boss is all sorts of weird right now. I don't know what's happening. It's like he's supposed to charge. See, like I don't know what's going on. He's supposed to charge somebody. He just skipped his whole turn. Like, is it bugged? Is it not bugged? I don't know what's going on, man. Did he just kind of give up and he's like, all right, whatever. We're close enough to the end. I'll just let you kill me, dude. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Let's do that. Shred a bunch of stability. Yeah, the other thing I didn't realize is that he keeps regenning the HP with one of these abilities every turn. I thought it would turn off after he got stability broken, but that is not the case. Was it this one? Or one of his attacks said that it healed him. This one here, Scent Mark, is the one that recovers 15% HP. So he was recovering a bunch of HP, so it's like I probably should have focused him more heavily. This will do a bonus turn and collapse him and probably finish it. Wow, that was a long fight. And I butchered it, but I kind of figured that would happen, having no idea what this boss did. Wow, look at that. We're at the 2-hour mark. Exactly. That's almost as God intended. So I'm going to do that again on my own time, and I'll shave off a couple turns. That won't be a problem, especially now I kind of know what he does. So with that, thank you guys all for joining me for Frontline Friday. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to go to the hard modes for this, the challenge modes, but you know, none of this is really that special. This last one might be interesting because it is max level, and this boss will probably not fall over, but I'm guessing it's not going to be too hard. So maybe I'll do that over the weekend or something. I'm also going to hopefully get the long form version of Diane's Guide done in the next day or two. That's really going to depend on my recording software. I had a little problem last time with my editing. Sorry, not my recording software. My video editing software was having issues. So with that, thanks y'all for joining me. If you want to add me for friends list or whatever, this is my UID here. I'll switch these support dolls out once the Gunsmoke Frontline's done. But anyway, thank you for joining me. This was kind of a dry and boring night because I was like thinking the whole time, but I appreciate your patience, and hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully I showed you some cool content that you hadn't done yet, either that boss or the Gunsmoke Frontline boss. So with that, guys, thanks a lot for coming out, and we will catch you in the next one.